Hi there, Chris Klein again, Director of Butterfly Ridge Butterfly Conservation Center here in a still very soggy southeast Ohio. We currently, let's see, today is July 4th. Happy Independence Day to everybody. And we are currently sitting 2 inches away from our average annual precipitation number. For the year, we are currently sitting around 36 inches, and I believe the average up in Columbus is like 38 or 39. So kind of scary to think that we could go without a drop of water until like Thanksgiving and could still hit our average. So it just gives you an idea how swampy and wet it's been down this direction. So my last Landscaping for Life videos, I took you on what I called Tour de Milkweed, and then we talked a little bit about milkweed management. Well, today is going to be a little bit different tour. Maybe we'll call today the Magical Mint Tour. How about that? And here probably, oh jeepers, how long? 4 or 5 weeks ago, I talked to you a little bit about downy wood mint, which is one of the very first mints that bloom up here in our prairie, and therefore it makes it a really good butterfly nectar plant because in large part nothing else is around. Well, now here on the 4th of July, we're basically at peak mint season now, and so I wanted to showcase 3 mints that we have here in the prairie that are pretty good as far as attracting butterflies. And the first one, I'm going to flip the camera around and show you here. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Let's see, and I don't have my glasses on, so it's hard for me to tell whether I'm still in focus and whatnot. But that right there, that is wild basil. Okay, wild basil, scientific name. And I've never been good with Latin, so I'll probably mispronounce it. Saturesia vulgaris, I believe it is. And once again, we call it wild basil. It's a native here in southeast Ohio. And the skipper butterflies, the itty bitty little skippers, they seem to be the ones that go for the wild basil. Sometimes I'll catch, like gray hair streak will be buzzing the basil there. So once again, it's a good plant for those smaller butterflies, and easy to grow from seed. Once again, our experience here at Butterfly Ridge is pretty much all of the mints are really easy to grow from seed. And if you follow us on the Facebook page Ohio Native Plant Seed Exchange, then that's a good way you can get a hold of us in order to get some seed. And usually seed becomes available when we get closer to September, October, kind of that neighborhood. Now I'm going to switch over to a different section of prairie here, and we'll talk about a couple other mints. So we'll see you in just a little bit. Alrighty, we're back. Just made a 50-yard trip down the prairie here. And so our next stop is at Mountain Mint. Scientific name on this one is Pycnanthemum tenuifolium. Say that 5 times fast. And so let me show you the mountain mint here. So it's the pretty white one there. And as you can possibly see, we do have one honeybee over there on the mountain mint. The bees definitely like the mountain mint. The butterflies, some of the smaller butterflies, once again the skippers and pearl crescent, they're usually pretty good about hanging out on the mountain mint too. But the mountain mint is definitely a bee plant. So if you're looking for new plant species to feed the bees, let me tell you, you can't go wrong with the mountain mint. It's a good one. Grows really well up here in our prairie. Likes as much sun as you can give it. It's done fine with this super wet year that we've had. In fact, I think our mountain mint patches are a whole lot bigger than what they were last year, so it's done well. And once again, it is a native perennial once again. And then our third member of the Magical Mint Tour is just a little ways down here. And that is wild bergamot. So the nice pale purple there. There's a batch. We got another batch here. Another batch over here. Let me try to zoom you in on that batch a little bit better. So we have planted a lot of wild bergamot up here. Our particular site, we didn't have any of either the mountain mint or the bergamot native to our site here. I mean, it's native in the area, it just wasn't native to us, which doesn't really say much, because probably a big part of that was just because our soils were so lousy here. It's a good year for flies too, we found out. So the bergamot, once again, super easy to grow from seed. It's a good, strong perennial. I mean, once again, ours have been spreading ever since we planted them. This batch we planted 3 years ago, and so it's really doing well. And once again, it's good for the skippers. It's good for the some of the fritillaries will go to the mountain mint. And I'm actually going to try to plug a video on top of a video when I edit this. We'll see how it goes. But we actually set up our little GoPro camera for about an hour and a half in front of some of this bergamot, and I mean, it was just from beginning to end nothing but skipper traffic, bumblebee traffic, snowberry clearwing moth traffic. I mean, the clearwing moths love this bergamot too, so you really can't go wrong with it. Let me give you another look-see of it here. So once again, with our magical mint tour here, as I said, you know, that's one of the 3 families that I tell folks when I do my butterfly gardening talks. You can't go wrong with the mint family, you can't go wrong with the milkweeds, and generally speaking, you can't go wrong with the sunflowers, with one exception to that. But seriously, you can't go wrong with the mints, and we will have a lot of bergamot seed available at the end of the season. We'll have at least some mountain mint seed. They don't seed quite as much as the bergamot does. And we'll probably have some of the wild basil seed too, hoping that we will also have some of the downy wood mint seed from here 4 or 5 weeks ago when we talked about downy wood mint. So if you have questions about mints, interested in getting some seed from us, you know, by all means, touch base with us. Send us an email, give us a call, touch base on Facebook, and we can help you out with your mints. And so with that, I did want to show off a little bit our new shirt here. Okay, we got the Day Glow, you can see me coming from a mile away, Butterfly Ridge shirt, and we have these here at Butterfly Ridge for $18. We have some other colors as well in that tie-dye fashion. Tie-dye is in nowadays. And so come visit us here at Butterfly Ridge. We're open Thursday through Mondays from 10 till 5. Come out to the prairie, check out how the mints are attracting all kinds of pollinators there. And so till next time, we'll see you later. Bye.